Drones can capture what is normalized. Can't they fly in the sky above the mortal plane and see things that are not meant to be captured? So in this video, we are going to show you drone cam captures something terrifying on this mountain. The video is going to be amazing, so make sure you stick to the end. Hitler's abandoned Nazi resort. The Colossus of Pora is a group of buildings in the German town of Binz on the island of Regen between 1936 and 39. Nazi Germany built it as part of the Strength through the Joy project. It was made up of 8 buildings that were all the same design. It was 4.5 kilometers long and ran parallel to the beach. Even though the buildings were supposed to be a vacation spot, they were never really finished, so they were never used for that. After World War II, the Soviet Army, the East German Volksarmee, and then the German Bund severely all used the complex for military purposes. It's now the home to a youth hostel, a hotel, and apartments for vacationers. Robert Ley, who was in charge of the German Labor Front, which Strength Through Joy was part of, wanted Pora to be like the British holiday camps called Butlins, which were made to be affordable for the average worker. And now we can get a glimpse of this dark historic place with this amazing drone footage. Before we move on, support us by hitting subscribe and the bell icon to get notified when we post new videos. Now let's get back to our topic. Phantom drone flies over flooded quarry. This drone got incredible footage of some very valuable objects just below the surface, while it was flying over a closed and flooded quarry. The video makes you wonder what kind of treasures might be on the murky bottom of a lake or a pond near you. The quarry is a beautiful setting, but what's below the water is very surprising. At first, it's hard to tell what the shapes are, but the drone zooms in for a closer look. Even though these things were found underwater, they're worth more than $1 million. There's something very spooky about rusty war relics. The military left these old vehicles out in the middle of nowhere, but they're in pretty good shape. Why do you think so many valuable construction tools were left behind? What's their story? We probably won't ever know the answer, but we do know that it's pretty awesome. Desert Ghost Town, Sharjah, UAE. A place in the United Arab Emirates called Al Madam is now a ghost town. It's been abandoned and forgotten about for a long time. But stories told that a bad jinn, which is a supernatural creature that Muslims believed could have scared the people away. Some also think that the harsh desert climate was another reason why people moved away. No one knows what happened in the town's mysterious past, but it has been deserted for more than a decade. If you ever tried to check out the abandoned village of Al Madam, get ready to walk a lot as it's a long way from anywhere. And as you get closer to the village, you'll see well-built, well-kept houses that are half covered in sand. Yeah, it's a sad sight. But after a while, that evil Chan vibe starts to take over and you'll want to just run for your life. Abandoned ship graveyard off the New Jersey coast. A lot of people in New Jersey know about the Arthur Kill. It's a narrow waterway between Staten Island and Middlesex and Union counties in New Jersey. It's about 10 miles long, and it's got factories on one side. Also, ocean-going container ships can use it to get to Port Newark in the 1960s and 70s. The water was super polluted and not many fish could survive it. After the EPA was founded, the water quality got better and crabs, baitfish, striped bass, and bluefish came back to the Arthur Kill. The Arthur Kill isn't just home to sea life, but it's also about 2 small, uninhabited islands and a ship graveyard, which is even more interesting. The site used to be open to the public, but now boats or drones are the only way to see it. And that's how we can see this amazing footage. This place used to be a scrap yard. It brought ships from World War II to take apart parts, but it just couldn't keep up with the workload. So many of the ships were just left in the water to rot for decades. The ship graveyard is on the New York side of the street, just across the Arthur Kill from Carteret, and it's a sight that you'll never forget. Drone captures mysterious cave in Vietnamese forest revealing forgotten kingdom. Hong Son Do, also called River Mountain Cave, was the largest cave in the world that had never been explored before. Howard and Deb limbered along with other members of the British Caving Society, although that would be a very scary flight. A mesmerizing drone tour takes people through the cave's large network of caverns where the walls are 500 feet high. The clip is beautiful on its own, but Ryan made it for another reason. He cares a lot about wildlife and protecting nature. Around the River Mountain Cave, the land is being abused to get natural minerals. Kaunos, Tombs of the Kings, Dalian. Kaunos was a city in ancient Korea and Anatolia that was located a few kilometers west of the modern Turkish town of Dalian in the province of Lulu. Who else was a major port on the sea, and its history is thought to go back to the 10th century BCE. In 1966, archaeologists began digging in the ancient city of Kaunos. These digs have been going on to the present day, and thanks to this drone footage, we can get these incredible insights into what life was like in this very ancient place. Drone finds lost tomb with 72 ancient skeletons from extinct Canary Islands civilizations. Amateur archaeologists on the vacation island of Gran Canaria found a tomb with the remains of people from a last pre-Hispanic culture that might be known for its party lifestyle today, but once upon a time, it was full of strange mummified bodies. By using a drone, the mummified remains of 72 skeletons of people from the Guanche society were found. There were 62 skeletons of adults and 10 skeletons of children uncovered, and now people are wondering what happened to them. Experts have confirmed the find and linked it to the Guanche culture because the place was built between 800 and 1000 AD. Guanches are thought to have been the first people to live on the Canary Islands. They might have originally come from North Africa. Historians think that when the Spanish colonized the islands, they absorbed the Guanches' culture and way of life. It isn't a very difficult place to access, and you need to climb a cliff to reach the site. People thought the photos were fake because all the bones there. Dirt biker collides with drone during massive jump. When jumping over a 90-foot dirt ramp, this dirt biker didn't look before he left, and crazily he hit a drone while he was in the air. The writer Brennick Presley was trying to do a regular job, while a friend with a Karma Hero 5 drone filled them, but the pilot didn't take Presley's flight path into account, and the two of them crashed in midair, sending the drone crashing to the ground. The propellers cut Presley on the shoulder, but otherwise he was fine. The drone, on the other hand, completely destroyed. Amazing rice paddy painting in northeast China. In this footage, we can see part of the 53,000 square meters of fields that are made up of simple and abstract patterns, characters, human figures, animals, and plants. One of the most beautiful pictures is Neza conquers the Dragon King. Meza is a god from ancient Chinese mythology and literature. In 2012, Shang Yang started to make rice field art and has done so every year since Cui Xin, long 10 or 7 stars, and one dragon was made in Shenbei New Area in 2012. And it's thought to be one of the largest works of art made out of rice paddies in the whole world. The World Record Association gave the city the title of having the biggest rice field painting in the world because it had 100,000 square meters of art made out of rice fields. They built a high castle tower so people can see the whole picture. But if you don't want to line up for that or travel to Asia for that matter, you could just enjoy this amazing drone footage. Killer whales charge blue whale. A drone caught some amazing footage of a pod of killer whales bothering a blue whale near Monterey Bay, California. This rare sighting took place to the surprise of all observers. A blue whale might not be a predator. But would any creature mess with some this huge? Well, it seems like killer whales would. Researchers who were there and saw the meeting said that the coordinated attack probably wasn't a real hunt, but just for fun. Orcas are known to play with their prey like stingrays and seals, which are usually what they eat in the video. The orcas don't actually hurt the blue whale at all. But this isn't always how it goes. Killer whales have in fact been seen hunting and killing blue whales on rare occasions, sometimes with up to 50 killer whales on the attack against the biggest animal of all time. That's really wild. Drone captures never-before-seen behavior from narwhal. This piece of drone footage shows something no one has ever seen before. Wild narwhal is using their strange tusks to hunt Arctic cod by hitting them, knocking them unconscious, and then that makes it easier for them to eat. The behavior answers a biological question that's been a mystery for decades: why these rare and hard-to-find whales had a left canine tooth that's so long it breaks through the upper lip and sticks out the head. Like the horn of a unicorn, narwhals are strange and beautiful animals, with long tusks that stick out of their heads. They're often called the unicorns of the sea. There's more than 8,000 of these critters who are still left alive, and they can weigh up to 4,200 pounds and grow as long as 17 feet. Narwhal has lived their whole lives in the Arctic waters of Canada, Greenland, Norway, and Russia. They don't migrate like other whale species do. Most narwhals spend their winter under sea ice in the Baffin Bay, Davis Strait area for up to 5 months. Adam Rowicks from the World Wildlife Fund Canada and researchers from Fisheries and Oceans Canada flew to drones in Tremblay Sound, Nunavut in northeastern Canada to get the footage, so now you know that these sea unicorns are using giant head swords to knock cod unconscious and EDA, all thanks to drones. I mean, not the narwhal doing it part, but you get to see a part. So that's it. Please like, share, and comment your thoughts below if you like this video. Remember to subscribe to see our next video. Stay safe, and we will be back soon with another video.